Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your quick drop-in mental health hack. So we have just watched the most epic rugby game, the South African Lions versus the Glasgow Warriors. Oh my goodness, hence wearing red, because of course supporting the Lions. And oh man, that was so much fun. That was so great. And seeing I almost said the audience, the crowd erupt with the greatest enthusiasm when the Lions started just really stepping up and really gunning for it was amazing. It was absolutely electric. I'm even getting goosebumps thinking of it. And this has just brought me to think about when last did you throw caution to the wind and not actually care what anyone says? I mean, everyone was screaming and going nuts and hugging and high-fiving, completely throwing caution to the wind, not caring about how excited they were being, not caring if someone was going to judge them for their level of excitement, for them dancing around, for none of that mattered because everyone was celebrating so much. And shouldn't that be the way that we show up in our lives, that we're celebrating our lives? So who cares what anyone else thinks? It's our lives. We shouldn't care what anyone else's point of view is, what their perspectives of us is, what their judgments of us are. Yes, okay, there's the side where if you're, a business professional, yes, there's certain things that we need to do for people to have a certain perception with us. Of course, if you go back a few videos, you'll see the one I did about personal branding. So check that one out for sure. But in terms of how you show up in your life, when last did you throw caution to the wind and just have fun, just be you? It's something that I've been able to do for a very long time. I used to be really shy and introverted when I was young, like really, really shy and introverted. I used to go blood red like the shirt from top to toe, from bottom up. I could feel it coming up and my face used to go blood red. And oh man, I hated it. But over the years, I forcibly me and all my personalities, put myself in situations where I was going to be judged. And I did it on purpose so that I could get over my sense of insecurity and lack of confidence and fear of being judged. So I actively put myself there. So now I can happily and easily dance down the aisle in the shopping center, which I do. If there's a good tune that comes on, I boogie all the way down, whether I've got a trolley or not. And I don't really care what anyone thinks of me because people are going to think something of you either way. Everyone's always going to have an opinion. So you might as well show up as you, not from a place of trying to prove something that you're not from a place of, false, what's the word? Where you're coming from a place of insecurity and you're trying to showcase something you're not, definitely not from a place of wearing a mask, but rather from a place of being real and true and you. And you will attract your people. I said in a previous video as well, I have attracted my tribe. And throwback to videos down the line, I know I'm going to do this as well. But I have attracted my tribe of a mishmash of the most beautiful humans because I am me. They know who I am. They see who I am. I show up as who I am. There aren't any pretenses of me trying to be something and someone that I'm not so that you can think certain things of me. I'm not here to interview for friendships, for relationships. I'm not here to put on a mask. I'm not here to put forward my best representative. What you see is what you get. And you either like that or you don't, and that's okay. And I hope that I can, inspire and empower people. But not everyone is going to connect. Not everyone is going to like my way of speaking and communicating or connect with me. Hold that thought, which is why, and you can get a downloadable sample on my website, by the way, petralaranjo.com. So surname.com. So please check out and go get your downloadable sample. But The reason why I interviewed over 40 incredible humans, visionaries across different fields and sectors, people that were ordinary human beings that came from some tough backgrounds, some that didn't come from tough backgrounds, but how their lives changed when they connected with their purpose and they started living on purpose is so inspiring. And I included their stories in here because if you don't resonate with something that I say, the likelihood of you resonating with another 40 people in here is highly likely. So that's why I wanted to include some incredible interviews, some incredible humans, of which I'm so grateful that contributed to this beautiful book. And it's an easy, quick read. So please check it out. Pop onto my website for your downloadable sample. And if you'd like a soft copy, let me know. But the whole point was being you, just being you. There's a beautiful term in Access Consciousness, which is part of the collective that I'm in and part of the work I do as an Access Bars facilitator, which is by Dr. Dan here, the co-founder of Access Consciousness, where he says, being you, changing the world. Can you imagine if we all showed up as who we truly be, who we truly are? So I could trust you fully, you could trust me fully, versus wondering what someone has up their sleeves. This world would be, there would be so much more ease and peace, knowing that we are being who we truly are. So I encourage you to do that. And the more you are, the more you will feel. And why I'm saying this is if you're showing up authentically as you, it supports your emotional, your mental well-being, your health. Because it's when you are being deceptive, when you are, when you start questioning the imposter syndrome, when you start showing up with a mask or a projection of who you think the other person wants you to be, who you're pretending to be, to fit in, it's going to start negatively impacting your mental and emotional health and eventually your physical health. And you might get to a point where you start blaming everyone else around you, saying, yes, but I'm only this way because of you, or you're putting that pressure on me because that's how you want me to be, where actually you chose this. So how about we all show up truly and authentically as us? Again, another really simple life hack. But the more inward you look, the more you do the work, the more you're just honest, just be honest. Even you don't even have to do the work yet. I mean, life is an evolution. Life is a collection of wonderful opportunities and lessons that we get to work through. But even if you just like, hey, who am I? P, who are you really? What do you stand for? What do you believe in? What is the legacy of impact that I want to leave and create in the world? If you can answer those 3 questions, you're already heading in an incredible direction. So let me know if in the comments below if that was a contribution, what you think of those questions. And I really hope that you can start showing up more as you. And yes, you might confuse some people. You'll definitely confuse some people if you haven't been showing up as truly you. And again, this isn't an excuse to misbehave and mistreat people and just say, well, this is me, accept it. Not what I'm saying, not what I'm saying. That is one of my pet peeves, is when people say it's just the way they are, just accept it. If you're misbehaving, you're choosing to misbehave. That's not who you truly can be. You're choosing to misbehave. You're choosing to not show up consciously. If you are showing up consciously in your truth, connected with who you are, what you believe in, what you stand for, and the legacy of impact you want to have in the world, things will just open up for you. I hope that this was valuable, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.